What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about how you can get 99 speed George Pickens free in Madden 25 inside of Madden 25 Ultimate Team. Now, number one, I want you guys to know that I am not a fan of roster revolution or whatever it is that they call it. I don't think that it's a good promo. I think it's more of like a fill-in leading into, obviously, golden tickets, Ring of Honor, and things like that. But I've been getting a lot of questions about, you know, the free cards. Yo, G, you're not telling us how to get the cards anymore. Can you break down what's going on? So pretty much the difficulty around this promo is that EA made it a little bit more complex than usual. When you go into the challenges, right, you're going to see it's a separate thing. You have medals and you have tokens, okay? Now the tokens are used, like I'm going to show you guys in the BND set where you can redeem a free George Pickens, and I'm going to tell you how you can get him to 99 speed. Obviously, at this point, you guys know he's a 98 speed, so we'll get to that in a second. So as you go through this, right now, you can get up to 96 with the stars. So as you scroll over right here, it's going to leave you like 2 off of actually redeeming the free card today. There were some bugs early on where people got tokens, because I have tokens and I don't even know how I got them, but that's neither here nor there. What you're going to have to know is that as long as you get through all your challenges and you've been keeping it up to date, you're going to be very, very close to getting a free 97 overall, or possibly by the time you redeem it, a 98. All right. So if you're up to date with your challenges, let me know in the comments, and you should be good to go as far as that goes. All right. Now, as far as the actual medals, we're going to get to that as well. But I want to show you something inside the store. Okay, now you guys were asking questions about the packs and the bundles and stuff that comes with it and stuff like that. I don't really know if it's any benefit, honestly, to these packs, because unless you really, really want a player, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to indulge with this promo. You know, maybe if you're a Steeler fan, I know Gutfox probably loves the fact that he could add Pickens onto a squad. That's different, but he's not trying to do anything else outside of that. He's just adding a player onto his team. Not really team building, just going ahead and just adding a player like, yo, whatever you give me, you give me. The ability buckets on his card are not good, so that creates a problem as well. And another thing that you guys were asking about was the additional tokens, like with the legends. You guys brought it to my attention that none of these bundles really give you an additional token to get the free player. So you're going to have to wait it out if you go that route to get the free player until I think probably next week, Wednesday, you'll be able to get the free player. But you can't in the packs like they have for the other cards. Like even with this, when you buy, AK Icon bundle, you get an additional token. With the Legends and Ultimate Legends, it happens. But with these, you don't get the tokens to my knowledge. So I just wanted to verify that if you're looking to get a specific card, you do not get tokens when you buy the bundles. All right, so I just wanted to clarify that aspect of everything that's going on. Now, when you look at the cards themselves, when you go over to the catalog and you're trying to figure out, okay, gee, what is all this stuff with medals? What does it mean? What does it all mean, Basil? All that stuff like that. No Austin Powers. This is the situation, okay? Let's say we go to George Pickens. Let's just go ahead and talk about this really quickly, right? We go to George Pickens. You see he's a 98 speed, 6'3", all that good stuff. After you add the training, you see roster revolution medal. And that's been confusing to a lot of the players, okay? What is that? Well, what that is, you would have to use 3 tokens to create a medal to put into this slot, okay? So I don't know if that's beneficial, especially for the fact that when you look at the buckets and the stuff that he gets, he doesn't really get anything really good. So as you go through it, it becomes more and more difficult to even deal with the fact that they created this promo, because it's very, very, like, it's just overly extensive. Like, they could just make it simple. Like, you need tokens, get it, give us training, stuff like that. Not even like the way they did the Combine. When they had the Combine tokens in the store, that would have made it easier. They made it a situation where you have to pick and choose how you get the card, how to make the token, how to make the medal. Like, it's just too much stuff. So I'm just letting you guys know, the medals, for those of you guys that have questions about the medals, that would be found inside of the sets of the roster revolution. Okay, so when you go over to the sets, you're going to need 3 of the tokens, and you get the tokens from playing the challenges that I just showed you. When you redeem it and it's repeatable, you would be able to go ahead and get a revolutionary medal. All right, so that's how you get it for the player. Now, getting to the point of what you need to go ahead and get the free George Pickens, you would find that in here. Okay, so you need 25 of the tokens to get a free 95 through 97. Obviously, we're up to 97. So another question that I get asked, yo, G, should I take a 95 or a 96? No, because the cards are B and D. And the lower the overall, the lower the value that you get when you go to quick sell them. And yes, we quick sell the cards and we don't need them anymore. So I would definitely make sure that you guys are aware of that. So you would need the tokens from the challenges that I just showed you, and you would be able to get George Pickens for free. Now, if you're in a situation where you've been putting together cards and you're like, yo, G, what about the other methods? What goes into it? Well, with George Pickens' card, right, and for his set card, you would just need 394 roster revolutions and any 94-95 players. Now, if you've been playing house rules, you probably have a ton of team of the year and other stuff that you get to pull from inside of playing that house rules promo, the limited time promo that they have, the program. So that's not the issue. The issue is the 94s, right? Yo, G, what's the best way to get 94s? Well, you only can get it one way because of the fact that it's like the AKA. Like, you have to build it within it, and you do it like that. Like, you can't go and use any. You have to use specific cards to it. So if you want to build 91s, right, you're going to need 87s. All right, you get to do any 89 to 90, but you need 87s. So if you wanted to take this route and get rid of some of the older cards that you have, because I have a ton of 88s, 89s, I could do this easily. But I don't know what your item binder is like. If you wanted to do that, you could put together the 91s, right? And then the 91s, they're gonna make the 94s. Okay, but you need a ton of them, right? So it's like 5 for each one. If you wanted to go ahead and say, look, I'll spend a little bit, they're about 24K per, if you wanted to do it that way. But realistically, it would just make sense to just lurk the 94s if you were gonna go, through that situation. Probably make 1 94 or 2 94s, and then just go ahead and just buy the last one and just see what the cost is. If you wanted to go around, getting it for cheaper than, the face value of whatever the card is. And you could simply just click on it, and then you'll be able to see what it is if you wanted to go that route. All right, but like I said, it's about 5 times 25, so you're looking at about 125K, so you would save 50K per 94 if you wanted to go cost extensive and you're looking at every issue with spending your coins. Now, you would see that he's a 98, and I know you guys probably like, yo, yeah, G, it's a no-brainer. You need 20 Steelers to get +1 speed for him to become a 99, the George Pickens, once you would get him, whichever way you choose, right? No, you don't need that. You just need John Ross. Right? You just need this guy. This guy adds +1 speed to all receivers. So if you have this guy, it doesn't matter about a theme team. He adds +1 speed to all of your receivers. So that's it. It's done. You don't got to do theme team, none of that stuff. You have John Ross, you go over to his bottom slot over here, and you see boost all wide receivers +1 speed and acceleration. So that's the way you would do it without a theme team, and you would have them for free. Now, if there's any other player that you want, you would use the same type of program, but I know George Pickens is a fan favorite. A lot of people like him in spectacular catches, stuff like that. There's a lot of Steelers fans, so I used him for specifics, but you can use that for any of the situations that you may have. And I hope that this has been informative to you guys, and you're gonna go out there and get the cards that you want. Shout out to Gut Fox and the Steeler theme team. I'm gonna see you guys and girls next time. As always, if you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section. Until next time, one love, y'all.